Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Marcus. Today I thought it would be a great idea to try out makeup that I would never normally try out on myself, ever, or stuff I would never think of trying. Basically, I went shopping the other day and I saw these little lipsticks and they looked absolutely adorable. I fell in love. There's a whole range of makeup here. It was very limited to what was there, but I decided let's just give it a go. So Poundland and One and Below, which is basically a pound shop. If you're not from the UK, it's like the dollar store basically. Let's try a full face of £1 makeup. Everything that I have bought cost me £1. Can't wait to try it. So let's get straight into it. So like I was saying, stuff was very limited, a lot of out of stock, so people must be liking what they're doing. There's no primers. Moisturise my skin, just to give it a fair advantage. I always moisturise my skin anyways. I'm going in with this Some Glory body butter. So hydrating, sits into the skin really nicely. Lovely jubbly. And so for foundation, I used to use this brand when I was in high school. It was so cheap. Well, back then I used to pay like £3 and it was in a big tube that was like this big. And there was only one shade. And it was called Ivory, and you'd put it on and within 10 minutes you were bright screaming orange. If I can find a picture of what I used to look like, I'll like pop it here. It's by the brand Lavel. I've got the shade Biscuit and the shade Ivory. This one before, I've had this for a couple of days. Know what I'm getting into. It's dead creamy, it's quite nice. Ivory, this is Ivory, this is Biscuit. It's slightly a bit warmer. And for beauty brush, I don't know what number this is, it's wore off. I don't have a concealer. I am just having to use the foundations. So I am gonna take Ivory in a portion of the face. Used this Ivory one before, coverage medium, buildable, really sits on top of the skin. It's not really a skin type, but it's, Joe, for the price, it's not bad. If you have run out of foundation to normal skin side, you might enjoy this. The same brush with a little bit of Biscuit. Oh, that's actually not a bad colour match. It's a little bit lighter. I like this. Okay. I wasn't allowed to swatch in store, so I literally just had to like look at the packaging and kind of like guess. If I've ever bought makeup like that before, you know the struggle of it, honey. So I'm just taking normal Real Techniques buffing brush. I'm just stippling it into the skin. If you like medium to full coverage, like I said, it's really hydrating, so you get that nice glow. Foundation, I think it's actually quite good, and for £1, you know what I mean, you can't complain. I've used to use a lot worse to make this work. See, it blends out really nicely. I'm just gonna buff it that down into the neck. And considering I don't have any concealer, let me just get a close look. Like, it does sit, as you can see, it does separate a little bit on the nose. With a primer, you'll really be able to get that in there. I just don't have a primer at the moment. I've run out of actually all my primers. Don't you hate packaging? Like these little stickers that they put on. There we go. I got this powder from Poundland, and it is the Makeup Gallery Smoothly Does It Pressed Powder. It is a super soft matte powder, a shine-free finish, and contains vitamin E. Looks like this. Smells normal. I always smell my powders because sometimes they come scented. Okay, there's quite a lot of kickback. This is in the shade Sand 4. This was the lightest shade they had. I've just took my big brush and I'm just going to pack it in. I'm going to pop it on my nose because it is saying it's a smoothing powder. So I want to see if it has like a filtering effect on the skin. I don't think I like this powder. It might just be on top of this foundation. So I will obviously have to try it on another foundation. It is really mattifying, which for me, but I think it's really cakey. It could just be because it's on top of this foundation. If you use these products and you enjoy them, that's great. For me, I will have to try this on a foundation, give it another chance. It could just be this foundation, it might not just like to get on with it. but I find it looks a little bit on the cakey side. It's not really filling, and considering it's saying it's a smoothing powder, I don't see any smoothing at all. If anything, it's highlighting my pores, it's bringing them out a lot more and showing off my texture. Up to now, I'd say no, don't get this. You use it and it works, that's great. Tell me how you use it. I might just be using it with the wrong brush. Now I have got from the same brand, and this is the bronzer Shimmer. I like a nice shimmer bronzer in addition to the skin and a lovely inner glow. And this contains vitamin E, UVA and UVB filter. Sounds good. The main ingredient in this is mica, talc. So that's what the shade looks like, and this is in Shimmer Medium 4. My normal bronzing brush, which is like a big blush brush like this, has no kickback compared to the pressed powder. Another brush. It's, oh okay, there's some colour. Very light. It's, let me just, of a denser brush. Okay, there she is. So I'd say use more of a denser brush while using this. Not pigmented and like really pigmented, which I like when it comes to bronzers, because I think bronzers sometimes you can use them and the second you go boom, it's there. This, it's buildable. I like this. I prefer this a lot more than the pressed foundation powder or just the smoothing powder. I like this. Eyeshadows, there was none in store. There was like a station where they were, but they seemed to be out. If you like this video and you would like to see me do another one, let me know and I can try and some more. So I'm just gonna take this pressed powder on a little powder puff, which were from Poundland, and these cost £1 for like a pack of 4. I'm just gonna pop this under. See, when I use a powder puff, it comes off really dark. Showing up as dark on camera, but in person, it's really orangey undertones. And on here, it looks more yellowy undertone. When I put it on in person, it looks a little bit orange. The next thing I have here is from a brand called Max and More, an eyeshadow primer, which looks like this. And this says, the natural eyeshadow primer by Wax and More extends the wear of your eyeshadow. The creamy texture neutralizes the tone of the eyelids and embraces the colour of the eyeshadow. Apply a small quantity to your eyelids. After the primer is dried, apply eyeshadow remove with eye makeup remover. And this is in the shade Transparent. So basically, it's got no colour to it. So let's give this a go. I'm putting this on lids. I do love a good eyeshadow primer. Win or lose sometimes with eyeshadow primers. It doesn't feel sticky when I'm rubbing it. It feels more hydrating, if anything. It doesn't feel sticky though, which is unusual for an eyeshadow primer. So I'm just gonna give that a little second. Just patting it in. It's like it's smoothed out my eyelid texture like a tiny bit, but I wouldn't say like a huge amount. But that could just be some of the ingredients in there. All this makeup is, oh, okay. These are not cruelty free. It doesn't state that they are cruelty free, so I'm assuming they're not. But everything else I've used, so this, the foundations don't state, but anything, this is cruelty free, and I've got a couple more products that are cruelty free. I think Max and More are cruelty free, and then I've got the lipsticks I'm using are cruelty free, which I like. And definitely when I see it from such a cheap brand that they are cruelty free, I do sit there, I'm like, why is these bigger brands not? Right? Okay, it's got a slight little tackiness to it, like that. I'm just taking the bronzer on a more of the E27 brush. This is great if you just want to like dust enough colour. Pop this into the crease, and just as like a little something in the crease. Okay, and then I'm just going to take it under my lash line too on a clean brush. Yeah, I really don't like that powder at all. It's so chalky. It's just sitting on top of the skin. It's not one to mix with the foundation. I was not able to get like highlighters or blushes or nothing like that, so it was really hard. But for lips, I did get a few options, which was mainly what they had. And this is from the same brand, Max & More Matte Lip Kit in the shade Nude. So it comes with a little pencil and a little lipstick. These are what wanted me to start this video. And these are from Colour and Spell. Look how cute these are. The little moon and a little star on top. And I got 3 of them. Shade Peach, Wine, and Nude. I just seen these and I was like, it would look so cute with like this lipstick. So I want to give these a little go. So I'm just going to unpackage these off camera because they are full of stickers. But this Max & More lip hit, this feels heavy. It is plastic and it is real cheap plastic. It's just in a genetic tube. I want to give it a smell. Oh! It smells fragrance. I'd say it's quite chocolatey, vanilla-y. There's a little swatch on my arm here. So this is the lip liner. It's a little bit dry. Not going to lie. But for £1, you can't complain. But I do know that Primark do lip liners for £1 and they are absolutely amazing. Oh wow, this colour is stunning. I love this. I could see me using this quite a lot. Cheap. They feel cheap, but they do look so cute with these little stars and this little moon on the lid. It's so cute. I prefer these pencils over these. Look more expensive. It's written on here. Oh, it does. It has a name here. But this, I don't know why. It just makes me, it feels like a peaches and cream. And then it's got like this lovely little graphic little detail right there, which is adorable. So, and they are all reset sharpener, which is great. And this is the Colour and Spell in Peach. So oh wow, okay, I like these lip liners. They're a lot more creamy. A little smell. No smell. Okay, so for you guys who don't like fragrance, if these are any good, give this a go. I prefer this one over the other ones. It's a little bit more small so you can get in there. And let's just, okay, the lip liners are naturally darker, which I like a darker lip liner. You basically paid 50p per each, so you can't really complain, but these are stunning. And this is Elle in Wine. Oh, wow. That pigment in these liners are so good. These are so creamy. I'm actually loving these. If I ever see these in more colours, I would, wow. Like, I don't know how these dry down at the moment, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm really impressed. And then this is the nude one. That is the perfect nude. It's like a nice taupey, mauvey nude. Love that. And then the lipstick to match. Yeah, they don't have no smell, so for you people that don't like smells, you'll love these, because the other one does have a slight smell. So this is the Max & More in Nude. This is the liner. This is the lipstick. This is the Colour Spell in Peachy liner and lipstick. This is the liner for the Colour Spell in shade Wine and the lipstick. This is the lip liner and Colour Spell Nude with the liquid lipstick. I'm really loving these. So I'm going to let these dry down on my arm, because I don't have any brow products, so I will go off camera and just do a brow, put some highlight on. Just give this makeup a fair chance. Don't think it would be fair for me just to leave it here. So I've done some blush, highlight, and just did just a little something through the brows. It's been about 5 minutes, and the Max & More have dried. These have a little bit that are not fully dry, but I don't want to be waiting for absolute ever. I'd rather just get them on my lips, see how I feel with them, because as much as I'm in love with them, how they're swatching, I won't really know until they are on my lips. And with nude lip liner and then the peach. So let's just, I'll get up close. Right, okay. Oh, I love this lip liner already. These lip liners are actually better than the Primark lip liners. They just glide on so nicely. and they are also resharpenable. They are stunning. I love them as much as I love their bulletin lipsticks. But this is, oh man, I think this is better. It's creamier. It just glides so much nicer than what the Primark one does. So lovely. They do drag a little bit. So, and I don't get any of that with this. I just get a smooth glide, which I am so obsessed with. I'm in love right now. The colour payoff too. It's absolutely stunning. Oh, I love this liner. I think this is going to be my new go-to lip liner. I am absolutely in love with this. I highly recommend, even if the lipsticks aren't that great, I recommend the lipstick, definitely. I'm in the shade Peachy. Okay, right, I've already come into a problem. They aren't labelled the name of what the lip liners are, but the lips aren't. So I think this is Peachy because it looks like in the Peachy family. It looks more peachy than this. I think this one's nude. That's annoying, not gonna lie, but I think this is peach. I've just swatched it on my arm next to the peach, and I'm just gonna... Okay, they're a little bit streaky, just a touch. It could just say that it's a lighter lipstick. Sometimes lighter lipsticks are a little streakier. Just... this in with the lip liner. The lip liner through, just because I like a little defined lip line. They're drying down a lot quicker on my lips than they were on my arm. So I'm just gonna let this dry down and then I'll come straight back. So, my final conclusion on the lip, it's completely dry, but watch this, I'll come close to this. Did you see that? I'll do it again. These remind me of the Kylie lip kits so much by how sticky they are. If you don't mind the stickiness, like, I can feel my lips sticking to each other, but the liner is so good. So I would say get the just for the liner, like even if you don't use lipsticks. I'm going to try and put a gloss on top of it and just see how I feel. That's took away the stickiness. And that's with the Anastasia lip gloss in Luna. Love that. It's one of my go-to liners. I love it. I do love them. They are really sticky. But if you don't mind a sticky lip, go for it. I'd say buy them just for the liners. The liners are so creamy, so pigmented. They are stunning. I don't know if these are eye safe. I would use them on my eyes. They're probably not eye safe. I would not recommend that. I don't know if they stain. I'm not 100% sure yet. I will find out the second I rinse these off my arms. But I am in love with these. The eyeshadow primer. It's an eyeshadow primer. It works. It's holding on the shadow quite nicely. It has smoothed out the texture of my eyelids slightly. Like, I don't see it's not creasing or anything. So I'd say for £1, it's done its job. It's great. I love it. It's, you know, it's translucent. It circles around your eyes. I don't think this would work great for you. But, you know, for £1, it's great. All these products for £1 are great. I would not recommend the Makeup Gallery Smoothly Does It Pressed Powder. I think this is cakey. Just doesn't sit well on top of skin. Like I said, it might just be the foundation. It might need more of a liquidy foundation than a cream. So I will try it with a liquid foundation. And I'll put down in the description box below if I still think it's cakey or if I think it's just not worth it. I will put that in the description box. So check that out if you are intrigued on seeing how this works. But for a creamier foundation, it's a no. I'm sorry. I wanted to love it so much for a powder. I wanted this to be a dupe for so many powders. Like, my favourite powder, as you know, is the Primark My Perfect Colour Pressed Powder Foundation in the shade Nude. You can get this in so many ones, and this is actually cruelty free. This does not state it is, so I don't think it is. This is actually cruelty free, and this is about £2.50. This is £1, so I really wanted this to work. I like it. It's not pigmented, so for people who are just starting out with makeup, I think this is great. They did have a couple of shades. I tend to go for the darker shade. Do you know what I mean? It's not really chalky. It's got a nice consistency to it. You know, it doesn't have a lot of fallout. It's not that pigmented with a brush. Like when I swatched it, that's come off quite dark. But for a brush, it's not bad. It's good. Do you know what I mean? Is it something that I got a bronzer and I was going out, or I had an event or something and I needed a bronzer and the only thing near me was a palette? Would I buy this? Yes, I would. It's okay. It does its job. It's buildable. It's nice. It's warm, but do you know what I mean? You couldn't use this to contour. You can only use this to bronze. But that's all it says it is. It's not got a lot of shimmer, which for people who don't like shimmers, it's got a nice hue to it. As you can see, it's got a glow within, so it will look like skin. So I do recommend this. The Lavel Foundations. I like these. Like I said, I have used this one before. I've never used a shade Biscuit, and Biscuit is a really good match for me, so I'm quite surprised with that. I like the coverage. As you can still see, you can see the skin through it. This is just a light bit of it. There's not a lot on. You can build these up. I'd say it's medium to full. The more you put on, the more full it's gonna be. I like these. As you guys know, I used to be quite a snob with foundation. I would only use expensive and the best of the best. But something changed in me one day and I was like, I need a foundation, and I got told about the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, and ever since then I have been loving drugstore, and drugstore are starting to creep up their prices ever so slightly. Like, I love the Revolution Conceal and Define. This used to be like £6 or £7. It's now 10, which is not bad. But obviously they are creeping up their prices ever so surely. And for these, for being £1, really good. Definitely if you're on the more drier to normal side of the skin range, you might enjoy these. Like I said, the only thing I do have worry me with them is because they are water based. They've got water in there. If you open them, you can see like little pools of water or some of the stuff in it. I think it's just the moisture from the foundation, because it is a high moisture foundation just sitting on top, so that does worry me ever so slightly. So if you're not using it a lot, I could see these going off quite quickly. Yes, I would recommend. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up for me. It means so much to me. If you would like to see another one of these videos, comment down below if it's a certain brand that you'd like me to try, or a certain store, etc. Because I know B&M do a lot of makeup, so I'm wanting to do a little B&M makeup try. So if you'd like to see any of those videos, just comment down below. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. You're missing out. We are all about the gorgeousness here, my lovelies. So subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload. And I hope you are all well and staying safe. Definitely through this crisis. Please wear your masks, leaving the house and shopping for your protection and others. I shall see you all soon. Stay gorgeous, stay bougie, and stay fabulous. Don't know if I just said that. But yeah. Bye, my lovelies. Until next time. Bye.